these things.
And that's faith, man. That's if you got faith in your heavenly Father. Read.
But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
So seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, man. What's that? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then all these things shall be added unto you, man, if you continue in what thou hast learned. But first off, it starts with faith. Hebrews 11:6 says, without faith it is impossible to please him, man. So you must believe that he is, first and foremost.
Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thee for the things of itself.
Sufficient for the day.
Sufficient for the day is evil thereof.
That's right. So we worried about the daily things, man. As it says in the Lord's Prayer, give us this day our daily bread. You know? To the Gentiles, these heathens, and 2/3 of you niggas is a part of that, you worry about the next shoes you're gonna wear next week. The new Jordans that's coming out. The new Pelly Pales or whatever the fuck. New Rockefeller or whatever the fuck. I know I'm old, but shit. I mean, well, shit. I don't know the new shit.
What's some
the true religion or whatever the fuck?
Robbins. Robbins jeans.
Whatever that.
Fucking Game Boy jeans. Game Boy jeans. Robbins.
But go ahead, brother. You say you had a precept?
Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse we'll start at 14. He says, ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill. Salakia. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Hey, so you supposed to be out here shining, man. The brother just read the scripture where it says so they can glorify your Father which is in heaven through your good works, man. What's more than that, bro?
He said, let your light so shine before men.
Right, and if you ain't letting your light shine, that means you hiding your talent, man. And that goes back, hey, the scripture says a wicked man making an excuse. So it goes back to the Sirach you read when it said that say not thou, it was through the Lord that I fell away. Because a nigga make an excuse real fast, man. There's no excuse that your light shouldn't be shining, man. You should be out here doing this work. Go ahead, bro.
He says that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Damn, well, it's right there. I thought the brother did that. Well, you got scripture, brother?
Romans 8:4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Matter of fact, you go back to that Matthew 6 and start up. Get to the where it says where your treasure is. That's where your heart be also. Go ahead, brother.
Because the carnal mind is enmity. I skip on. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be.
Right. So, like we read in Galatians 5. Matter of fact, get it, because I don't think you read it. Walk ye in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. Because the Spirit war against the flesh, and the flesh against the Spirit. So that's why you constantly kill off that old man, so you could kill those lusts that entice you to sin, as James, the 1st chapter, explained. Go ahead, bro.
Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do us corrupt.
Right, because the brother just read over there, the carnal mind pay attention to the carnal things. I'm paraphrasing. And the spiritual mind do the spiritual things, right? Go ahead.
Where thieves break through and steal.
So don't lay up for yourselves carnal riches where somebody can steal from your ass or it can rust, right? Go ahead.
But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust nor corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Right, which is talking about this knowledge, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Store it up in heaven, man. How you do that? By constantly doing this work, by storing it up in your heart, in your life, in your mind. Because a thief can't break through and steal that. Or it will never get corrupt. Or it will rust, right?
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right, so if your mindset is toward Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, if your conversation in the heavens, as the scripture says, that's where your mind gonna be. But if your mind on your carnal riches that's here on this earth, that's where your mind gonna be, man. You got a precept?
Verse 22.
Bro, if you got a precept, bring it out.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Right, which is saying the light of the body is the mind. That's the eye. The light of the body is the mind. So if your mind be single, then your whole body shall be full of light. You know? You got more in that, Romans, brother? There's more in that? Go ahead.
Verse 23. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Yep. And how can your body be evil, man? By living after your flesh. By continuing to live after the lust of the body and of the mind, as we read. Go ahead.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
So we're talking about, go ahead. Well, go ahead, break it down. You got it?
Yeah, so basically if you looking at stuff that's like of this world, you know what I'm saying, or breaking the commandments or contrary to the commandments, guess what? You evil, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you look upon evil things, that's what the scripture says, whatever a man thinketh, so is he. So if you looking upon evil stuff, you an evil person.
That's right.
Yep. And can I add something? And a lot of things people don't think evil, and it be evil. That's why the scriptures say there is a way that seemeth right to a man, but the ways thereof are death. So you thinking you go to church every Sunday, I don't cuss, I don't drink. Ain't nothing wrong with cussing, ain't nothing wrong with drinking. But you going to this church every Sunday, false worshiping that you think is right, but it ain't right. Anybody else have?
Okay, verse 9. Now verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. So if so, be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you.
Because basically, if you're in the flesh, you're gonna be doing what you want to do. You know, you ain't gonna be doing the will of the Heavenly Father. But if you be in the Spirit, you're gonna be being obedient and doing the things of the Lord, man. That's right, bro. Go ahead, read.
Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his.
If you ain't got the Spirit of the Lord, man, which would be the will of the Most High, then you're not part of the Most High, man. That's right. You're part of the world. That's you of your father the devil, Esau. Go ahead, read.
And if Hamashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin.
Right. You become dead to this world, man, if the Spirit be dwelling with you, man. Because you're going to give up everything that you used to be a part of in this world, man. You know, and you're going to start doing the things of the Lord. Like coming out here teaching in the highways and the byways, man, to wake up the elect. That's what you're going to be doing. Go ahead, read.
But the Spirit is life because of righteousness.
The Spirit is life because of righteousness, man. Everything of the flesh is dead, man. Everything of this world is dead, man. It's all temporal. This place was made to be destroyed, man.
Yeah, that's why the scripture says the things that are seen are temporal, and the things that are not seen are eternal. We look into the things that are not seen, you know.
And the scripture also say that what does it say? The spirit is willing, but the flesh profited nothing. You know. Go ahead, bro.
But if the Spirit of him that raised up Hamashiach, raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead, dwelt in you. He that raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
Yep, through the Spirit, mortify the deeds of the body, which goes back to what we were saying, killing off that flesh, man. Killing those lusts. You know? Because the more you walk in the Spirit, the less you will offend. Actually, the scripture says that in Sirach, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins. You know? So, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom, which goes back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, where it says the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. It bringeth you friends and near to the Most High. You know? It's the assurance of incorruption.
This is go ahead.
John 14 and 21.
Read up.
This is John chapter 14, verse 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him.
And that's plain. Because it's hey, you love the Father, you keep his commandments. Simple as that. Go ahead, Matsuo, you had one?
God, this is John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Right. So this word gives you life, man. This is how you live. We just read earlier in 1 Peter, the 4th chapter. That Yahweh Shah suffered in the flesh, we arm ourselves likewise, because him that suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. You mortifying your members on your body, man. You holding something?
Yes. This basically like what the brother was saying, how following this law, statutes, and commandments, we living in the Spirit. This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 25. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit, which is contrary to this world, because there will be enmity with the Most High.
That's right. Yeah, you can't be a poser. Talking about I'm a servant of the Lord, and you ain't doing nothing that the Lord told you to do. You know what I'm saying? You living as a nigga all week, and then you want to get right on the weekends. You can't do that, man. This walk is a daily walk, man. We don't just come out here and teach on the weekends and then go home and be like, hey, let's go to the club tonight. Hey, roll that blunt. We don't do that, man. We live this word every day of our lives, man. Right. Because you know what? When the brother's not watching, the Lord is watching. Right.
10,000 times brighter.
That's right.
And the world calls that integrity, man. What you do around people is when you're not around people, man, is what you do. Because, like I said, when brothers is not around there, Yahweh Shah is still watching you, man. All right. Now in the world, if you're a certain way and then you get from around them people and do it you a different way, they call that you don't have integrity, man. They call that a hypocrite. The brother said the scripture he just raised that mortify your members. That word mortify comes where you get the word mortuary, man. All right, that means put to death, man. So you die daily. Hey, the scripture said, Paul said, I die daily, man. That's a daily. You gotta mortify that man daily. You gotta put off that old man.
Yeah, because if you die in the Spirit, that old man will try to creep back in. Yeah, man. Sure will. You know,
scripture say about that, because when he creep back in, guess what? He brings 7 more demons and worse than that, man. So you'll make sure you won't come back to it, man.
Yeah. Some more?
I have one. Go ahead, bro. 1 Timothy 1:5. Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of a good conscience and of faith unfeigned.
Out of a pure heart and a good conscience, man.
Out of faith unfeigned.
Hey, faith-based. Out of faith-based, unfeigned.
Out of faith unfeigned, man. Because when you're feigning, that means you're faking.
Yeah.
Unfeigned meaning you're truthful, man. You're honest. Sincerity.
That is it. Oh, well, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4. It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true, as unknown and yet well known, as dying, and behold, we lived, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet always rejoicing, as poor yet making many rich, as having nothing and yet possessing all things.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's a bad scripture, man. Hey, with that, we're gonna say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule with all diligence, and honors to you brothers teaching the truth for the love of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Y'all keep pushing this word, man. Shalom.
Death to America.
Death to America.